Hey, you! We need your help for a special World of Tanks like...
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to more Vector 3D live streams as we do more modifications of the RatRig V-Core 3 away from the default configuration, which I had from the start, which is the PETG parts Duet 3 Mini 5 Plus and V6 hot end. And we're switching all those things out, hopefully for complete ABS parts, maybe not all of them. And we're going to go a clipperized octopus board and Phaetus dragon. So, welcome everyone. Good to see you here. Everything's looking wonderful. Hopefully the audio works. Big hello to Twitch people, because there's people on Twitch, I think. We've got some viewers there. We had some trouble yesterday with chat only appearing for YouTube because I had the actual, doesn't matter. Now there's all in one window. So I should be able to monitor both chats at the same time. I just won't know which is from which. James is watching on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. Oh, it does actually have a little logo. So I can see which ones are YouTube and which ones are Twitch. Don't know if it doesn't highlight when you're notifying me about something, so that maybe isn't great, but there we go. As always, let me know if the music is problematic in any way, too loud, too quiet, or if there's audio issues and stuff like that. Otherwise, I will just be getting on with it. Yesterday, we mostly made a mess and didn't get very far. That's kind of how a lot of streams go that are only mildly planned. But we have done most of this kind of gantry part, so that's pretty good. Really liking the ABS, the black matte ABS look. That's pretty fancy. And we're just going to be continuing pretty much where we left off. So it's this top corner is the next one to come out with motor, etc. So I'm just going to get on with that. You all can ask questions, it's stuff as you go. I'll be, as I did yesterday, trying to explain some of the reasons for doing things as I go through them, just so you have a bit of context for why I'm changing things. I guess most importantly for me, the change of the Duet 3 Mini 5 Plus was nothing to do with the quality or firmware of that control board itself. It's just not very well supported by RatRig, and that's kind of a relative statement, because there's been huge amounts of support for the RatRig OS, which is an all-in-one clipper package for this specific printer. So the support for that is just so good that it's just daft to pass up that opportunity. So that's why we're switching out to different control board, because we're going clipper, and we'll just use a standard V-CoreOS, soon to be named RatRig OS install. Is that a 300? It is a 300. So 300mm cube, and the Voron behind me is the same. Although, as far as I'm aware, the Z on the Voron is not actually 300. But there you go. Don't need to get those out. There's, I really need a bigger desk, don't I? This is like such a problem. These enormous printers, loads of tools, and no space to do anything. Oh, RatOS. Yes, that's the one. What did I call it? Did I call it? I think yeah, the RatOS is what I meant. So let's get this out. This was quite difficult to get out, this whole assembly yesterday, and quite difficult to get back in as well, to be fair. So let's see if we have a little bit better luck today. I wish you'd done the octopus board first. I copied your Duet 3. Now I have to upgrade to octopus. Well, as I say, there's nothing really wrong with it. What you could try is clipperizing the Duet. That's still a really good option and should get you like everything you would get from this. So, I mean, Clipper really is the main function I'm trying to get out of the change. For me, I just want, as many others probably do, as little time messing about with firmware as possible. I don't mind changing firmware, that's not a problem, I can do it. But it's nice if there's already pre-made stuff that you know works. It's just another area that you don't have to worry about as you're modifying a bunch of things. Let's see if we can get some slightly better angles and stuff. Here we go. It's nice having some music on at the same time. It might not be the best music ever, but it's not bad at all considering it's, well, technically it's not really free because I'm sort of paying for it, but it's royalty free, so I don't have to worry about it being claimed and have the channel shut down or anything daft like that. So that's that lot, and we've got to be really careful with these. I really don't want to lose idlers and stuff. That would be a right pain. All this stuff down here. Finished the build yesterday. Well, congratulations. First tool prints are a layer shift at 15 centimeters. Ooh, it's difficult to say what it could be. I wouldn't think belt tightness. I'd be more inclined to think a curling up, so like some weird cooling or a steep overhang cause some curling upwards. Excuse me. And I think that might have maybe caused it to collide and then caused some skipping. Difficult to say. Would need more information. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I just want less things in the way. Can we take that out of there? So this was the bit. This is going to be even more difficult, I think, now. Trying to get this lot out the top. The screws are not easy to access. Will I be entering the Speed Benchy boat race? I hadn't particularly planned to be quite honest. Doesn't mean I won't, I just hadn't planned to. Ooh. This is not... Oh. makes my hand ache doing this. Why is it so difficult? Oh, I think it's out. It's out. Are you switching power supply? I'm finding the fan so noisy. I don't have a fan on the power supply. Fanless power supply. LRS 250 should be fanless. Fanless, definitely the way to go. What's up, Dickens? What is the current times looking like for the speedboat race? Be interesting to. I'm guessing they're just slowly but surely moving down and down and down. So, I've got this piece. Huh. Need this. Oof, I do have it. Phew! For a minute, I thought I didn't have it, but I do, so we're all good. So that now looks like that instead of that. Very, very similar, but very slightly different. Like here, just doesn't wrap around the screw quite as much. Little things. 335. It's bananas. No, I don't think I'll beat that. I'm not much of a slicing wizard, to be honest. I don't really enjoy the slicer tuning process, so not really my area of expertise, I would say. I could probably give it a go, but I prefer to try and focus on the boring things like reliability and consistency. We need that piece to go in the back with the holes on it. This. So this is the little one. Yep. And we've got the bigger ones in here. Yeah. This. I really want to try and bore it out, but it's going to be a big risk. Oh, look, it's also freaking huge, isn't it? Yeah, it would have to be 10 millimeters. This is one enormous drill bit. Yeah, it's been basically no difference. I deliberately left it on the table even though the drill has a point, because that's the only way it's going to stop me just going straight through. But obviously the downside of that is it doesn't really go very far down. Also, the ABS just deforms so much, it's super duper bendy, that the whole thing just moves out of the way anyway. Maybe it'll help a little bit. It has, that's okay. Right, let's put that back on there. And spin the old girl around. Try and get back up here. Like a song. Makes me want to dance. It's going to become really problematic. I'll end up so focused on the music and not actually get anything done. I can't see, the light is so blinding. I think we're going to use out first. Go in gently. I am using a Lazy Susan. It's great in some instances and kind of annoying in some others. It's obviously quite difficult to apply a force in some directions because the whole thing, like if I just push, obviously the whole thing just spins around. So you end up using one hand to stop it rotating and the other hand to tighten something in. But when you're trying to do a live stream, and it's important to try and get some half a decent angle. A way to lock it, yeah, that would be a nice thing. Right. So now we have to get this lot back on here. So I think it's small. Oh, damn it. So shim and then idler and then shim, idler, shim on the top, and here it's just shim, idler, shim. Now we need our other belt. This backplane in here, the part for the electronics, is actually both. It's a die bond aluminium. So it's an aluminium composite. You've got aluminium thin sheets on the outside and plastic down the middle. I believe it's polypropylene in the middle, but I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me. We're going to get this in. Good morning to you too. It's actually not morning, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now, but thank you very much. A rubber doorstop or wedge would be an easy fix to locking the Lazy Susan. That might work. It'd probably work a bit. I'm not sure if it would completely work. Got to get these nuts in. These were difficult before. Oh yeah. Oh, what a fool. I'm glad you pointed that out. Thank you very much. No, I can't get it. I'll just pull it out. Oh, what? There we go. That ought to work a bit better, eh? Because we've got motor coming in here, obviously. So we need to make sure tooth side goes around that. That would not have worked very well, would it? How easy is this to put through? I neglected this yesterday and I may have caused myself some troubles as the result. Okay, you there, you there, you there. Then we're going to get this belt up over here. Right, let's do these. Oh, that's gone. Well, I apologise for interrupting your viewing of stream part 1, but at least you're here for part 2. Welcome, welcome. Oh, this is going to need a longer screw, isn't it? I can't pull those through with that one, and the other ones are going to be too long. Back in a quick minute. I'm just going to find an M5 screw that I can use to pull the other screw through the hole. What do I reckon? M5 by 20? That should be not long enough. 5 by 30. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. No, it stopped. I think touching the microphone probably ended up making worse sound than actually sneezing, so apologies for that. My Voron and V-Core 3 are both 300. For me, that's a really good size. I don't do any like props or anything like that, so I've not come across much need for anything larger than 300. Obviously, those use cases do exist. It's just not the use case that I have. My Lazy Susan here was off Amazon as well. It's just an enormous aluminium ring. It's not going to be very durable, but I think it's going to be absolutely fine for what I'm doing. I think it had a load rating for up to 200 kilos or something, so if we get a printer that's that heavy, then we've got other problems probably. Do I get a prize for the first like? The first one? What are you all doing? What have you all been doing for the past 40 minutes? The workbench is on pause, I'm afraid. I don't have the resources to work on it at the moment, so nothing is happening. Let's take these out. I think these are making it more difficult. Oh, why am I snotty? Sorry. Oh, what's going on there? How's that gone? Oh, you piece of shit. Right. You could. I do prefer the Voron style ones. I always have. Just because you don't have the same risk with tightening and not knowing if it's actually tight. So I would recommend them. Start to thread the screw. Just get everything aligned. I've just gotten the joke on pause. Was that to do with the workbench? As I said, I've put it on pause. Took me a while, that one. Why is it a Ninja stream? I announced it on everything. Oh, why is this not going in? It's not good. That one's in. Did I not tag everyone on Discord or something? I think I might have missed people on Discord. Do we have anyone here from the Discord? I think that some people might be sad if they miss this. I might have made a boo-boo there. You did it in the announcements, okay. Mikhail's partly here. I mean, that looks like you're here to me. I'm not sure how you're managing to be partly here. It's quite a talent. I mean, I really wish I could be in two places at once. That would be useful. Oh good, there are plenty of people from the RatOS Discord. Yeah, I put it in announcements, I just didn't tag everyone, so I felt like people would just get annoyed if I keep tagging everyone every time I do something. Right. That's belts in. So we've got two. I think these screws need a bit more tightening. It's going to be even more difficult now there's a bloody motor in the way. Tell you what, this would be impossible without these, I forgot what you call them. They're like round top Allen keys. Super useful. I indeed forgot to tag anyone. Well. Oh well. So I'm guessing people will have only seen it if they were looking at announcements anyway. Or if they saw your announcement. Which I did vote in. Those logos look really good, by the way. Right. So I think, so we've got, I can't really see the whole thing. So that's this one and this part down. So we've got two belts through each. So that whole setup, this screw is still not come through properly. I think we're getting it. So yes, we've done these two back ones. The two front ones, which we still need, I can barely get them, I can't get them in the shop together. So the front corners, we need the frame to be face down in order for the nuts to go in and sit right in order to get that assembled. But I think that's the next thing to do. I believe. It's looking that way, isn't it? I think we can do this while we're here. I think I did this. No, it looks like I forgot to print that. I think I might have had trouble actually printing that piece in ABS. We'll worry about that another time. Maybe we can get these tucked through here. This is going to be a challenge. I don't know why I keep saying I'm going to do one thing and then do something else. That's just... these belts are all 9mm, so really fat belts. Same tooth pitch though, so still 2mm pitch, but just 9mm wide. And the thickness, I believe, is the same too. It's just the width that increases. So, we're going to have to rotate the printer, maybe rotate it back. And I'm thinking the camera angle might be a bit rubbish for the next bit. Oh my god, this is heavy. Right. Why are you so heavy? So you can sort of see what I'm doing, but not very easily. Well, let's try this top-down view. It's going to be a bit wobbly, so... So that's the other side. This is left side. So that's got to go in there. So in order to get this in, you have to basically do some wizardry. So that's the stack. We've got that screw pushed back. Those should align. Oh, let's turn those in a bit. That way, that way. I forgot the nut. No. Oh, saved it. Okay. This nut has to go in here. This is definitely a place where those other kind of locking type nuts would be much better. From what I've seen, they are actually significantly more expensive though, so. Was that an open hole before? Have I just made that an open hole on my own for no good reason? I think I might have done. I've just made it into a completely open hole. I think that might have been by accident while modifying something else. Because 100% was not a hole there before. Never mind. It's not going to be a problem. It just looks a bit weird. So with belts, you have to consider the term everything is a spring. And I mean everything. Every material has an amount of elongation that will occur when you apply a force. It's stress, strain, it's just like how, that's just how stuff works. So with any belt, obviously as you're moving your system around, the belt will do the bendy bend. And you don't want that to happen. The stretchy stretch rather than the bendy bend. So by having a wider belt, you're basically just putting in more material. You're changing that basically spring coefficient so that you get less bendy, less stretchy for the same pulley. That's the scientific terminology. So when you're doing faster prints, higher acceleration, applying more force, you should have less stretchy in the belts. I really did not leave much slack in these belts. Holy bananas, okie dokie. This matte black is going to look absolutely dope. I don't think I've ever used that word before, but there you go, now I have. Less stretchy for the same pulley. Yeah, that's correct scientific terminology, so no problems there. My super budget cheap overarm camera arm thing. See, that's an example of lots of bendy for a very small force. Adding more material would change the bendy. You get less bendy for the same pushy. Disgustingly dope. No, it'd be disgustingly tidy. I'm sticking with disgustingly tidy. I think that's a good phrase. This matte black looks so effing good. Apologies in advance to RatRig for everyone requesting that orders now come with matte black ABS instead of green. Squeeze a little bit of oil. Have I shown you this before? This is amazing. So I've obviously organised all my boxes and stuff so that this is where the lubricants go. So just going to use some cheap oil for my box of slippery things. I'm going to chuck a bunch around this idler. No, can't really do that one. Might do it if it's when it's laying down again. Can you see how good this printer looks? Not very easily, because the still can't really see very well. My camera angles just don't stretch to work with a printer of this size. So let's get this belt through. No, you can't. I'm standing in front of it again now. Oh no, I've got oil on my belt now. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm actually not sure if that's a problem. Presumably not. Might make the belt degrade faster if it's covered in oil, but if nothing else. Oh, I've got it all over the teeth of the... One, two, three, four belts. So the question is now, where did all that oil come from? You need black screws. It's making my OCD flare up. They are all black screws. What are you talking about? The nuts, the nylock nuts are not black. And the idlers are unfortunately not black. It's kind of annoying that I left this little hole in the top here. It's all right. The question is, do I go and do ever now and complete the whole top section? Or do I start working on replacing the other PETG parts with ABS parts? because that should probably be a thing that I do. Although taking these rods out is going to be very much a one-way street. You wanted me to do the other PETG parts. Don't remember how this goes together, but we'll give it a go. Let's work it out. Let's get this other camera in here. Boop-be-doo, boop-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. All the ABS, and look at the freaking colour that I've got. Oh, some of them are black. Oh well. So the back, the rear one is red, and the others are black, and they look freaking sweet. What did I do with a 2.5mm 3? 4, aha, 2.5. Yeah, crimping is just one of those things that A, takes forever, and B, until you've had loads of practice wasting half your life on it, you make loads of mistakes as well. Why are these screws so goddamn long? So then I think we're going to move up here and start taking this off. These are definitely the riskiest parts because I'm probably going to have to destroy these arms in order to get the steel rods out. So if I've not printed the new parts quite right, then that's going to be quite a, well, could be mildly problematic, let's say. So then I can take that whole lot out, take that out, pick this up. Oh, why aren't you coming out? Please don't say it's impossible to get this motor out once this is in. There we go. But now I've seen that, I'm wondering if I'm going to have a trouble getting the new one in. So I've added some like keyway parts to the bottom of this to position it in place, and then we can move the plate on top On this one, the plate locks into place and you have to move the whole part. On mine, you set the part in place and you can move the little plate on top. So I think that will make the adjustment a little bit easier, but I could be completely wrong. I've also changed the geometry inside the holes. Let's see if I can show you. This is one of the changes that I made on a lot of the parts. So I don't know if you can see, but I've manipulated the geometry inside those holes so it draws kind of across one way, and then on the next layer it does the other way, and it means you don't have to punch out the holes afterwards because you don't get any untidy bridging. Whereas on the original one, you can see there's still like waste plastic material in there because it just bridges all the way across the hole and then you punch it through. They're both pretty good ways of solving the kind of bridging hole problem, but I prefer this way, where you don't have to get rid of any material afterwards. So the question is, oh, like a glove? Absolute beaut, right. These screws look weirdly longer than I was hoping they'd be. So yeah, this should just screw tight down and then we can sort the motor and stuff out afterwards. That should have a bit of wiggle room, which it seems to. Oh, how's that become magnetic? I swear they're not supposed to be. Oh, maybe it's the nut that's magnetic. I need something plastic then to push it in. I suppose I could just do that. I've not left much adjustment room, but hopefully it's enough. So this needs to come out, which could be a bit more difficult. Did I do these in red? No, these are in black as well. These would have looked really good in red as like tops on here, but alas. Haven't been following this upgrade series. I assume those new parts are ABS. Correct. Correcty. No, all black's boring. You've got to have some contrast. Contrast is important to making the whole thing look freaking awesome. That's my opinion. So, have I done that too tight? We only have a tiny amount of adjustment. We've got more in that direction for some reason. But there's a little bit of adjustment in each direction. Hopefully that's going to be enough to help us get everything in the right place. It's got to go in there. So now we have to take this whole lot out. Uh, 2mm. There we go. Cool, this is not easy. Get there. Did I scale them? No, not really. Or I might have done maybe 1% or something, I can't remember. I printed these quite a little while ago, I'm afraid. Now, the difficult bit. We have to get those out of there and into an ABS version, not that one. Arms in red. Damn. I think the colour looks actually way better in real life than it does on camera. In camera it looks quite orange, but for me it's much deeper red. So, one way to do this would be pliers. We might be able to... No, there's nothing to grab. Pushing through from the back could have been an option, but there's no holes, so we can't do that. Unfortunately, we might have to resort to the brutal approach of ripping the whole thing apart, which is mildly worrying. Just add yellow and you'd have the Portuguese flag, or the German flag, or the Belgian flag. Getting lube stuff all over my hands. Oh, sod it, let's do it. We're going to cut this whole thing apart. Whoa, Nelly. Should probably have put some safety glasses on for this, which might sound silly, but at any point a piece of stray plastic pings off at 100 miles an hour, It's nice to be having something that protects your eyeballs. Who needs eyes anyway? I'd like to think eyes are useful. But of course, you're welcome to your own opinion. Right. There's no point saving that part because even in the worst case scenario, we can't use it. So hopefully, these are going to fit in here, because if they don't, then we're in the right load of trouble. Bang on! I didn't need to shout, but that is. Oof! That was a bit harder than I thought it was. There we go. Absolutely banging. Can't remember how many walls I did on this part, but it should be okay. Eyes before ease. See what you did there. How we're an hour and 20 minutes in already? I've barely done anything. Right. These two go through here and grab onto this somehow with that at the top. That way around. How much? There seems to be a big delay on the stream than normal. I think I'll probably leave these a little bit loose for now. Do you want the spoilers? It looks so good. Green and red. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll get rid of all of the green. Unfortunately, this bit of green on these is going to be always there, but this doth not concern me too much. I'm going to undo this though. I'm not sure what I said in my other original live stream was the best information. It might be, but I'm going to try them a little bit. Well, doesn't that just look bloody amazing? Oh, the lag seems pretty low. Maybe it's low one direction, but I think there's a big delay from, I don't know. There wouldn't be, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the clipper does all the things, so I wouldn't be too worried about the processing speed on the control board. Right, let's do number 2. Let's do number 2. There we go. Much easier when you get the right driver. It's good to hear you of having good feedback on their support. I hear their delivery times are still absolutely bananas, but as long as people get what they want at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. No, red is not Voron. People just build Vorons that are red. I refuse to conform to your norms. I've built a blue Voron and now I'm building a red rat rig. Deal with it. Purple and orange is pretty sweet. Do you have a V0, James? V0, however one calls it. .1, yeah. Delivery of yours took 9 weeks, but worth the wait. I think they were overwhelmed by the amount of orders, plus a little-known global pandemic, so I'm very happy. Yes. 9 sounds like an improvement. And I see they've updated the website now. Instead of saying 6, it says 8, so... It's good to see they're not trying to overpromise too much. So we have another really nice looking ABS mount. These two are symmetrical, so oh no, what have I done? No, come back. Come back to me. No! It's gone forever. Oh, balls. I really don't want to have to turn the printer upside down to get that out. Magnetic. Yes! Made it. Whew. That was a close one. Did you widen the holes for the screws, or are my pre-printed parts just a little bit tighter? Yeah, I enlarged basically every hole on this because when I built it the first time, I had what you're having where you have to force the screws through, and that was just kind of annoying and unnecessary in my opinion. So I enlarged all of the holes by like a fraction of a millimetre, and that's just enough to not have to deal with that, basically. That looks like it should go in. Can we get that straight through? Yes. Right. Going to need a new bag of the old parts because we're quickly running out of space. Continuing on. There we go, that's those four. Check this out the back. This takes surprisingly long, doesn't it? I mean, considering I'm basically rebuilding a large majority of the printer, sort of, I guess, all the mechanical parts, I'd say I'm not going too slow. A tool cart. That would be nice, but I have no room for a tool cart. I have no room, just generally. I need a bigger desk. I think that's all I really need. I've also got way too many tools out. I've got like multiple iron keys, all of the same size. Come on, you bastard, out you get. There we go. More space over this. I could use something here. This side of the room would be a good space to put stuff. Or just some extension around the side. Could be useful, but can't afford it. So we're not going to be getting... I might use one of my workbenches here. Safety glasses. Oh, these PETG parts do just explode sometimes. Might just rip this open. do have a nice big cardboard box from the Sidewinder X2 that I could just put there. It's about the height of a table. We seem to have got nothing to do. We need some parts. We need one of those. I think that's all we need. Now let's do the steel rods first. Whew. I quite like them pressed in a little bit more. Try this. There we go. There we go. Most of the time it's not really a problem because I don't end up needing all the tools in one go. And a lot of space is just used up by blooming printer. What would be really cool is just be like, take this printer and have it like suspended so I can just like shift the whole thing out the way, off screen, go somewhere else. That would be useful. I think this is the way. Oh, let's, before we do that, let's get this slot in. I mean the magnet. The music should still be there. According to me, it's playing. I can hear it. Is it just very, very quiet? I think I might have accidentally banned someone in Twitch that I didn't mean to. Oops. Never mind. Yeah, the music's just there for when I stop talking for a bit and it just makes it less awkwardly silent. I think that's why people want it, and it also gives me something to listen to. I mean, hopefully you're hearing it through the stream directly rather than through my microphone. Check your video quality. It cuts out if your receiving feed speed is slow. Should be fine. How did I do this before? Oh, it's on the other side of that one, that's why. Can't really get to it. Oh my god, I need a drink. I'm died apparently. The board I'm going to be putting in is the Big Tree Tech Octopus. Same board that I had in the Voron. Have in the Voron. Which is just printing away merrily behind me. Absolutely stonking. See what the chamber temperature's up to. It gets absolutely ridiculous hot. 62 degrees. Pretty good, I reckon. That'll do nicely. Almost done. What are you talking about? Almost done. I'm getting there, you're right. Definitely getting there. Let's do this third. Bit of a stretch and then we'll carry on. So doing this bit in here now. Part numero 3. Why are the threaded rods connected to linear rails? Because that's the design. One does linear rail. Excuse me. The lead screw just does one axis motion, whilst the linear rail takes care of the other axes. Degrees of freedom, probably more accurately said. Might need to be a bit careful here because we've got wires and stuff all over the place. Just realised all my cable clips are PETG and I don't have ABS ones. All the ones like around the base in here. Oh, this is the problem, isn't it? You see there? Let's start removing the other bits. Mikhail, quick question, if you don't mind. The version that I need, I believe, is like the most. I went on GitHub. Looks like the best version is release candidate 2 of like the latest versions. So I've not explained that very well. That's the version I've downloaded. Not that I'm probably going to need it today, but. Oh my days, that's tight and a half. Shit the bed. Excuse my French. We need to be careful here. Correct. RC2 is the most recent. New release coming soon as you. Yes, indeed. Tar. Three, two. How do I keep putting things down and forgetting where they are? So again, similar sort of changes. The holes, I've added vertical slots into these holes at the back, whereas the old ones were just holes. I felt the tolerance needed a slot. And this has only got adjustment this direction, and the whole part was supposed to move for that, whereas mine, this whole part stays still, and again you've got the little holes here to move the whole thing a little bit around, a little bit around a little bit, move it around a little bit. That's what I mean. And of course, this one is this luscious red. So gonna look super freaking sweet. Now we need to make sure everything's going to go back in the way that it needs to. Let's make sure we get the motor in here. This can just kind of, oh no, because of the top, okay. Were these ones the top ones, or were these ones the side ones? Well, evidently those are the side ones. Hello. Yeah, that's too short. You don't really need NUMA 23s. It would just make the whole thing more expensive. To be honest, it probably could come out. Oh no, it's not. It won't. Yeah, well, yeah, I agree, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, really, is it? I think we're okay. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, it would be nice and tidy if it just came out the side. No poop. Now we're in trouble. Oh, got it out. Nice. Ooh, this one's not very easy. Again, another place where those other type of nuts would be appreciated. Oh my days, right. Okay. They are LDOs. I can't remember if they're 1.8 or 0.9s. Best place to check is probably the RatRig page on default configuration. Oh no, I need to take this out of here. Oh, this was for this. Should have a third one of these, hopefully somewhere. This looks like it. Yep. This one can go into the bag of despair. I don't think 0.9s are louder. Smaller steps should be less volume, I believe. Yeah, apologies if you were expecting a stream at the same time as yesterday. I can't stream that late today. I'm doing another thing at that time, so I can't stream on here, obviously. You have to move. There we go. Forwards and backwards, left and right. We've got a good bit of motion in there. I think this contrast looks really good now. Right. Do I have this piece? I do! In black. An arm in red. That's all we need. Mikhail, you're okay to post links as a mod. So post away. I mean, by post away, I mean obviously post appropriate links, obviously. So that's a really difficult question to answer. So judging on the noise levels of my printer versus what other people have reported, mine seems to be louder, and now I know that my configuration is the Duet one, which is not something that many other people have. So I was finding that quite noisy, and it seemed like it wasn't running Stealth Chop, I'll be honest, even though it should have been enabled. I don't really have any evidence to show that it wasn't running, so like, don't take that to mean that it doesn't work. I just wasn't sure how else. That was the weirdest thing. I was just like, well, why can't I get this screw out? It just doesn't. The screw just sticks to the side. Of course, it's a magnet. Magnets. So magnety. Okay, let's go here. I mean, I never went particularly high speed, if you remember, because I'm limited by this V6. So maybe I could have. Maybe my expectations for Stealth Chop were misplaced. Safety glasses. Quite good at doing that now. Ooh, this is tight. Hello. There we go. It's nerve-wracking pushing that in. Yeah, I just got a bit confused with it, to be honest, and I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. I'm pretty sure I tried with it on and off, and I didn't see or hear a significant noise difference, so. God damn it. Flipping magnet's just making a big mess. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. Oh, that's a good way to solve motor noise. Yeah, get a fan so loud that you can't hear the motors anymore. Weird. I think I left them in the pot. Oh, come back here, you. You've got my nuts. No, you haven't got my nuts. Where are my nuts? I've lost my nuts. There should be 4 for this one, 2 here and 2 here, but I seem to have lost 2 of them. Well, screw it, I'll just get some more. That can go in the bag of despair. Three, 4. So this is. Was really that? Going all the way through there, I guess so. Does that fit in there? No. Let's get this in first. Oh, that's just going to hang in the way, unfortunately. Down a bit, please. Oops, daisy. I've just realised I haven't assembled these quite correctly because I need to lift this up a tiny little bit so the shafts are not resting on each other. Is that the way? No. No, that's fine. I have done it correctly. Ignore me. Just don't listen to anything I say. Ho! I think our axis all might be a little bit off, but hopefully okay. Ooh! Ooh, everyone, I did a thing. Hang on a minute. You remember I suggested jigs before? I made some jigs. Ta-da! And they're in green. So, I believe what we do is put this on the rail, that on there, squeeze that into there, and that should line up tickety-boo perfectly. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the green is kind of vomit green, isn't it? It's not particularly great green. So let's just use the same jigs. So bring that down a bit. We're not quite there on this one. I think this green with purple, you're probably okay, but just by itself it looks a bit vomity, doesn't it? That's all. It's no problem, it's no problem. We're all friends here. Whatever. Get that wobbly. Get the top bit wobbly. Then we stick the jig on over the extrusion. That's good there. Tighten that down. Can you put the jigs on my GitHub? Ooh, I suppose so. I'm not sure if they're actually super great. I think it's better than nothing. It's definitely better than nothing. It's just not perfect. So we can do this one here too. That's why it's got two sides, so you can do both this axis and the other one. Ooh. I'm just got grease everywhere now. It's really difficult to get access to this lot. I need to make a note of that. I forgot to make notes in the last stream and just forgot everything that I meant to do. I also made these two other jigs. So so this one does the space at the back, so where you've got, you want to make sure that the space between these is central. This would fit just in here. It doesn't really fit for me, but this is the right size according to the CAD. So it should be, I'm guessing I'm going to have a bit extra room this side. Maybe it's just not printed very well. But that's that jig. Obviously getting these sizes is important. And then this one helps with this space here. Obviously I've got the panel in now so it doesn't work, but this would go in here and just make sure that when you put these panels in, that they, when you put this extrusion in rather, you can just basically stick this in the gap, pull the base to it, screw down here, and then this is in just the right space. So those two little jigs, pretty useful. 2 hours, 20 minutes. I might need a short break. Let's get this finished off and then I'll have a short break. That looks bloomin' terrific, I think. Colours are bang on. Design was already bang on. I've hopefully improved it a little bit. Obviously we need to get the bed and stuff on there, but that's looking pretty sweet. We're going to have like a 2-minute break. I think on YouTube I'm supposed to be able to play an ad, but I don't know where to do that. I'm going to insert an ad. I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. Okie dokie. Isn't this just looking good? Mighty fine, I believe would be the correct term. Ron's at 98%. See, that's a really weird green. Oh no, you can't see it. It stopped during the break. Hang on, I'm going to check this. Oh, I think I can. Oh. Excuse me. It should work just the same. It's exactly the same thing in there. Thank you. Right. We can do this end stop while I think about what else to do. So this one right up at the back should be a simple switch over. Hang on a second. So hopefully we can just remove this and remove this. Hopefully we've printed these out. I think I'm... Oh no, I thought I'd missed a part, but I haven't. You can't get them anywhere at the moment, unfortunately. I'll upload them to GitHub when I can. Soon-ish. Yeah, just obviously not going to do it like in the middle of a stream. Hello. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing early today because I can't do this evening. Is there anything you need to address? No, I don't think so. I'll give you a sneak peek of what we've done. We basically changed all those parts. So the whole 3Z axis bits all switched over. Oops, daisy. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your work. Hopefully see you in a stream at the weekend. I'm planning to do more tomorrow. Be normal time. I think I can do tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I can. It was weird for a moment there. I was clicking it. I was like, it's just stopped clicking. I thought I'd broken it, but it's not. It's fine. Come on. Did who rage quit? Me? No? What are you talking about? This is pretty relaxing, to be honest. Ooh, dear. Nearly fell off the chair. Cheerio, Mikkel. Enjoy the rest of your day. I shall see you soon. Thanks for your help too. Ciao. How are we doing on that old like ratio, eh? I haven't checked. Terrible dancing. How's the Voron 2.4? Well, it's busy. I'll tell you that much. It's been a busy boy, constantly, since it was finished. It's doing pretty good. Very good. Pretty, very, very good. Right, I think it's going to be time for Ever now. Pavel's going to miss it. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Shall we leave it? Shall we stop there? What are we at? 2 hours, 35 minutes. Maybe we'll stop there and then we'll do Ever in the next episode. What we could do maybe now is drill out some dodgy holes for the for mounting the control board back in. We need to get the control board on the back of this. We might even do some wiring now. I maybe go to 3 hours, so you've got another 25 minutes. Let's get the board mounted. Or at least holes drilled, eh? That's probably a good start. In fact, we can do, let's get holes sorted for everything. Where's the other bits? The Raspberry Pi and the power supply. Oh, that's where that went. There you go. 2 more episodes, either in wiring, maybe about the Pi. I got the Pi 4 because I was getting a Pi 4 already, well, to make it the same, so the Pi 4 for this one is because I wanted, or needed, and felt it sensible to get the same as I had on the Voron. I got a Pi 4 for the Voron for just reasons. I wouldn't necessarily recommend a Pi 4, 3B Plus obviously is plenty capable. But reasons, yeah, that's it. There's no good reason, really. I just did, basically. So we're going to be drilling some holes. For that we need some drill bits and a drill. Who'd have thought? And I've lost both of those things down here. Now, of course, the smart thing to do would be to get a template so I don't risk damaging the board. But yeah. I like to live dangerously. Yeah, I can't imagine a Pi 4 really making much difference. So I think there is the position, isn't it? That's where I want it. So let's get, in fact, a smaller drill bit maybe to start with, and we'll poke some holes through with that. The position doesn't really matter as long as they line up, so let's just go for it. hole number 1. So now what we do is we panic. We get a screw and we stick it through the O with the board attached, and that will give us a better position for the second O. If you do this and your power supply is below where you're drilling, I would definitely cover it with some tape. But because I'm over here, I think I'm probably going to be okay. I'm going to deburr both sides of these holes though. Right, so I'm just grabbing any old screw pretty much, and we're going to give it a go at mounting. So hopefully these 2 holes will work. We'll mark with a drill the next 2 holes, and then we're good. So I'm going to use all the hardware basically that I would normally use, so we can get the most accurate mounting possible. It sounds like the Voron's done. Oh yeah, I probably could use my backplate as a coffee strainer. It's got a lot of holes. Oh, why is this not going on? Because it's nowhere near flat. Oh. Stream is definitely all online. I didn't say I was going to stop, did I? I said I was not going to do ever now. I'm going to stop soon. I've lost where my holes should be. Where am I looking for them? Right, so I'm going to mount the backwards, so we're going to have the screws come through from the other side. I have no idea what like the screws I used before. Is this the right length? They seem a bit exuberant. Oopsie daisy. Doesn't really matter because I've got plenty of each length, I think. It's definitely not going to be the really short ones. You know, the ones in there, I think this is the next length, so I think we're the right length. Just need to get the right number of them. Number 3. Number 4. Did I use Nylox? I probably did, so we should use Nylox. So 4 Nylox, don't need that nut, don't need that nut. Should have some washers in here. I think I might have misplaced most of those. Might grab a couple extra washers. Oh, did I not get a 4th screw? Okay, so I'll probably put more washers now for tops of these. Didn't think. Let's get some more washers. So, oh, where's the, here, did that fall off on its own? I think this is not going to work very well. It's just trying to place it and hope they all line up. So, this is going to the bottom, then we need something to tighten them down. This I believe is the right thing. Yep. Do the Y connectors come with the rep rig, or is that one of the things you need to source? So, depends. So mine originally came with a duet, so all of these connectors and the terminals all came with that control board. The Octopus doesn't come with any connectors, so you'd need to source your own JST connectors, I believe. Although stepper motors typically come with JST connectors on the end. JST XH, so you can probably just use those for the motors. You're probably good actually. Oh, this was for this motor, of course. So, fingers crossed. It's a little bit precarious. There'd be no space for a washer on this side, so just going to be using a nut. There'd be no space for a nut, so what the hell are we meant to do? It's on. Don't know what to do about this third screw. Can't hold it with this. It's not enough. There's no room at the end. I thought maybe we might be able to adjust. Yeah, it's just going to get jammed if we do that. Bad idea. Just maybe poke this in the side if we can. There we have it. Yeah, switching to the clippers. I was going to do more, but we've reached basically 3 hours. So, well, I might have said we finished before. I'm definitely saying we're finished now. It's going to be... That is going to be everything for today. Good to have you all here, as always. Whew, it's been quite long, 3 hours, but we've done a whole load today. We've made real good progress. Switched out a whole load of those Z Gantry parts. Z Gantry parts? Z axis parts. Even with that jig, I'm still not sure my parts are all in the right place. Might be an optical illusion though, so. Time for me to go deal with these Voron parts. And I will see everyone else pretty soon. Obviously not today. The plan is, shall I just check my diary quickly? My calendar. I think, yeah. So the plan is tomorrow evening, the normal kind of 7 PM time, you want to be right here. I reckon, I think probably late one. I'm trying to just think about how much I still have to do and how long it's going to take. So I want to have the final one, hopefully with first print. I mean first print, I've had it months. But hopefully we'll do a print on Sunday evening. I think it's going to take more than 2 streams. Maybe we'll do an early one and a late one tomorrow, and then an early one and a late one on Sunday. So just lots of streams. We might have to... Trouble is, I'm concerned there's a lot of wiring to do. This amount of wiring is not an insignificant amount. So yeah, just a little bit conscious of that. Thing is, it's either, what do you prefer? Me doing stuff without a live stream, or me doing a Ninja live stream that you will end up missing? Like, I will do the same things. You either miss it because you weren't available, or you miss it because I didn't stream it. That's kind of my 2 options, I feel like. I don't know. Keep an eye on the RatRig Discord, and also keep an eye on my Twitter. And that will probably be the best way to know when I'm going to be live streaming. At this point, I'm feeling like we might still need 4 extra streams, 4 more to get this done. But again, we might not. I want to do input shaping. That needs to be done on stream, I think, this time. I think I did it for the last one as well. I need a mount. I need a mount for that. Maybe I'll do some of the electronics off stream and then we'll do Ever on stream, plug it in. And that will maybe be in a stream on its own. Yeah, we'll do, yeah, so we're going to do the Clipper and what's it, V-CoreOS live. We'll do input shaping live. We'll do first print live. And that in itself is quite a lot. Yeah, you don't realise how fast the time goes. Or maybe you do. But either way, it's quite a lot of time. Parts wise, we should be good. Hopefully nothing's going to fail midstream. That would put us back as well. Who knows? Yeah, maybe this will be useful to... Oh, I don't know. We'll find out in a way. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for sticking around, providing some suggestions. It was good to have you all here for the live streaming. The live streaming? I don't know what you call it. For this, whatever this mess was. Good to have you here. Me and my V-Core 3 will see you next time. Goodbye for now.